A few days ago, a strange video was released from New York where we can see a man on a large drone flying through the streets of the city by night. He's respecting the traffic rules and the drone is even using its own internal lights. But is it legal? We don't know. Actually, nobody knows who the pilot was so far. Anyway, as always, we can say the future is now. This is the latest Air Sports News episode. I'm your host, Regan Tetlow. Let's go. The 2021 Canowindra International Balloon Challenge is happening right now in Western Australia. This year it's combining competition and a fiesta program with balloons flying together. Canowindra is a small but strong rural community situated in the picturesque and fertile Babilba Valley, just a cruisy 3.5 hours drive west of Sydney in New South Wales. Every April since 2010, the town bursts at the seams as in excess of 5,000 people come to see the spectacle of Australia's largest hot air balloon festival. The event will take place until the 2nd of May, including everyday, day and night fiestas for the local spectators. Let's stay in the world of ballooning for my first special guest. He's just back from an adventurous night flight. It is Thomas Hoare. What about the Golden Bennett this year, Thomas? What are you thinking?
It will be a tough call. I don't know. I'm not too much in contact with the organizers, so I don't know when they do have to do their last call, because obviously you have to arrange a lot of things ahead of time. I truly believe the situation will be much, much better in August. I actually also believe that we will be able to travel. The question is whether you can let such an organization run on a belief and not on a knowing, that it's better. Yes. And so, to be honest, I don't envy the organizers for taking a decision for this year's Gordon Bennett. It has been put to a different location, I've heard, away from Wroclaw to Torun, I think it's now, or so.
I didn't know that, actually.
They have a new location, which is a little bit closer to the Belarus border than Wroclaw was. So there's the COVID situation, then there is the situation that if you have bad weather, you have just a race to a line. So let's see what they come up with. It will be a tricky decision to do.
The whole interview with Thomas is ready now to be watched on our Air Sports Promotion YouTube channel. Don't miss out. So if you're interested in the world of skydiving, then you definitely must know Pete Allen, OBE. Come on, it's about time, isn't it? Let's make it happen. Legendary skydiver and instructor originally from the UK. And I had an opportunity to get a quick catch up with him last week. Take a look. Where are you now? Are you at Castellón?
I'm in Castellón de la Plana, Regan. I've just driven down from Empuria Brava. Got a canopy course here this weekend with Flight 1.
Wow. Wow, the stuff you were doing in Empuria last week with Sanchez Finger on the sky surfboard and Danny, what was going on? Tell me all about that.
I'll tell you what was going on is that Juan has been talking about doing a sky surf for quite a while.
Yeah.
And Danny's been kind of pushing him closer and closer to it. And then we had about 4 days of Tramontana. And you know what that can get like here, Regan, yourself. And then we looked at the weather on Sunday night. I said to Danny, have you seen the forecast? And he went, yeah, it's changed. It looked really good for tomorrow. Have you got anything on? And I said, no. I said, right, let's just go play. And so I had no preconceptions, mate. I just showed up at the drop zone to play with my mate, Danny. And then Juan showed up. We ended up Raf joining us. What a day, man. We did 6 jumps.
Yeah.
And we did, the only goal was to do something different on every jump.
Right.
And it was just probably one of the most fun days skydiving I've ever had.
We're still waiting for the beginning of the 2021 sailplane events, but in the meantime, we found an amazing aviation content to analyse. This one comes from Jules Sierra. The flight was a real snow shower slalom over the Alps landscape. After about 6 hours in the Arcus glider, Juliet and her co-pilot were deeply frozen, even though they were wearing multiple layers of skiing clothes at the end of April. For sure, gliding in the Alps is a unique experience every time, and it's legal in Europe right now under the COVID-19 restrictions. By Aerospace officially unveiled its new 8-seat EFlyer 800 all-electric twin turboprop class aircraft design on Thursday. Aimed at the air taxi, air cargo, regional and charter aircraft markets, the EFlyer 800 will feature 2 wing-mounted electric motors with dual redundant motor windings, quad redundant battery packs and a whole airframe parachute. The company is also looking at offering an emergency auto-land system for the aircraft, along with options for supplemental power solar cells and an in-wheel electric taxi. From time to time, we love to show you some stunning base jumps from around the world, and this time we have something really unique. 2 base jumpers from Poland made a jump from the steampunk wind turbine. Take a look. The second great jump was performed by Piero Turco. It was a well-practiced classic jump from the bridge. Piero wears an official business suit and his friend records the jump with a 360-degree camera falling down on a rope. Nice one, guys. Jano Cordier is a wingsuit pilot with over 20 years experience in the sport. Based in Switzerland, he is specialised in wingsuit acrobatics and camera flying, and he's one of the highest ranking professionals in the sport. With more than 4,500 wingsuit flights on his resume and over 1,500 hours of indoor wingsuit tunnel flight experience, and today he's my second special guest. Well, the wingsuit aerobatics, which you kind of really started, it's now so big with the indoor tunnel. Tell me what you're doing in the tunnel right now. What kind of stuff are you working on?
At the moment, the main thing we're doing is just actually teaching others. So trying to spread the love and make a small penny while doing so. Next to that, we're using the tunnel a lot for our personal training, and combined with that, like trying to do skydiving, but that's at the moment in Europe. That's been a bit harder with both having winter season where there's not too much happening in general, and a lot of the sort of popular drop zones, like Apuria Brava and like Skydive Madrid, Skydive Spain, Algarve, they've constantly had this like open close thing going on with the whole pandemic, which made it quite hard to plan. So now when we're back in Switzerland, we're going next week already. We're going to Spain, to Skydive Spain actually for some training, and we're trying to prepare for the Mondial, which hopefully is happening.
And you can find out lots more from this interview on our YouTube channel. The Drone Racing League released a fresh bunch of educational videos for drone racers just a few days ago. Prepared by the best drone racing pilots around the world, it's some of the most valuable content for FPV flyers. New content includes information about propellers, drone speed, drone heights on the track, crashing solutions and goggles of course, and you can find it on the Drone Racing League YouTube channel. The stereotype opinion about Scandinavian citizens is rather cold, calm people, a calm way of life, no madness. But we found something completely opposite to this way of thinking. Take a look at this fresh video from the Swedish Aron Skydive drop zone. So lots of happy people, just like me. Now let's move on to our Hero of the Week section. Flexjet is one of the largest providers of fractional jet ownership, and this award-winning documentary film offers a window into the air-to-air video and photo capture process. The company is one of the best on the market, offering amazing ways to present aircraft in their natural environment. Air-to-air photos and video are one of the most difficult in the world of cinematography, including difficult formation flights, extreme conditions for photographers, and hard safety rules. The short documentary video is free to watch on the Flexjet YouTube channel. On the 25th of April 1990, in orbit 380 miles above Earth, the crew of the Discovery Space Shuttle released the Hubble Space Telescope from the cargo bay. The satellite was designed to study the universe in ultraviolet, visible and infrared light with a clarity never seen before. Until today, it still provides amazing photos of the universe, showing just how tiny we are in space. On the 26th of April 1995, Mikoyan test pilot Roman Petrovich Taskev flew a MiG-29 to an FEI world record altitude of 90,092 feet at Aerodrome Akhtuspink in Russia. This record still stands. From 1967 through to 1971, Taskev was a member of the Cheetah Aero Club, where he was participating in gliding and skydiving. On the 26th of April 1948, in the high desert of Southern California, military test pilot George Welch put the prototype of the Sabre jet aircraft into a 40-degree dive and broke the sound barrier. It is only the second US aircraft to fly supersonic. The first was the Bell X-1, piloted by Chuck Yeager, and only a few months earlier. On the 26th of April 1939, the United States Army Air Corps placed an order for the amazing amount of 524 Curtiss Wright P-40 Warhawks. This was the largest production order for any US-built fighter since World War I. The total cost was almost $13 million US. News at airsportspromotion.com and airsportsfan.com. These are the places where you can contact and exchange info. And you can also contact with me directly on Twitter. I hope to see you back here again next week. But before that, just take a look at these amazing shots made by the Aerosparks air display team from the UK, recorded in my old hometown of Dubai. Stay safe, keep your eyes on the skies. I'm your host. I'm your yodeler.